Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are known as the Crafty Lumberjacks. Thank you all for being here today. Special shout out to Michaels for having us, and of course, Fiskars. We're really excited for this class. Today, we're going to be creating this 3D paper gift box snowman, all made out of paper and kind of little holiday accoutrements.
Yes, we love this thing. If you're like an over-the-top gifter, or if you just want to make some holiday decor out of paper, this is for you. How cute is this little thing? Did you already say let us know where you're coming from?
I did not.
All right, well, let us know where you're coming from. We are in Astoria, Queens, New York. It's a rainy day here, but we are feeling festive.
Oh. Yes, we have California. I'll be reading along on the chat, but if you miss anything, we have someone from Fiskars and from Michaels. If we miss a question, we'll happily go over anything you need. We are also doing a giveaway in today's class. The giveaway is only open to viewers watching live here on the class. We're going to be giving away the gifting board, which we're using today to create our boxes. This is such a little nifty gadget. It not only makes boxes, but it makes a bow, which we're going to demonstrate today. And it also makes envelopes,
which we're not going to demonstrate today, but it's very easy to do. We're also going to be giving away a paper cutter, which is great because you can cut all your paper to like the perfect size to use the gifting board, but you can also use it for a million other things. We always have our paper cutter out. It's just one of those things that it's always nice to have on hand, so you can just cut things nice and straight.
Yes, we have Pennsylvania, Illinois, Madison, Jacksonville, Florida. Washington, near Seattle, Austin. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, favorite vacation spot for my family growing up.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you all. Happy holidays. I think we should dive right into it.
Great.
So I'm going to be demonstrating how to use the gifting board here. If we want to switch, thank you. So
I'll hold it for you, okay?
So this is the gifting board. So if we also made these mini gift boxes, which are so cute. The boxes and the bows. Wait, what angle are you showing?
I'm going to do
it behind.
Yeah, so it's just like easy for people.
Okay, so you can create these boxes. This is so great if you're doing a little advent calendar or if you're doing 12 days of Hanukkah gifts. So adorable.
You mean 8 days of Hanukkah.
Oh gosh, sorry.
You're thinking
all over the place here. But so cute, utterly charming. And again, all made out of paper. If you have a small business or if you're a creator, this is such a great way to elevate your little handmade gifts here.
I love it too, because you can really make something as simple as this in just a couple minutes. It doesn't look simple at all, or you can go over the top and make something like this little one.
Yeah, so the gifting board box maker here comes with this, and it also comes with a little guide. This is great because, a lot of people use those electric cutting machines, and they're great, but some people like to go old school and just keep it easy, not involve technology. And that's something that I love, working with my hands. So they have everything set for you here. So we're going to demonstrate how to make this. We're going to be starting with a 12 by 12 piece of paper for our base of our snowman.
And I see Tiffany put the link in the chat. So if you're looking to get one, you can click the link.
Yeah.
And what I was going to show, what I really love about this is it has all the instructions right here. I mean, it's so little on camera, but so it's easy to follow.
Yeah, so now you'll notice here, this also comes with a little stylus here in the side. Get it. Sorry, my nails are a little, raw from the cold. They're like chipping away every day. So basically, like the scoring stylus is has a little bead on it. And this helps you mark the paper where you're going to fold in the box, which we're going to demonstrate in a second here. It also has the little extension here that you can flip out so that you can work with larger pieces of paper. Of course, it comes with the little paper punch here. That's going to help us mark and kind of define our boxes and our bows. And then you'll also notice that when you kind of move here, this is the little paper guide. So if you want to create a 4x4 box, you move it to here, 4x4, and you see this little centerpiece moves, so you know exactly what paper size to work with. So if you want a 4x4 box, you need a 12 by 12. If you want to, you can see it kind of move as you shift.
And you don't have to do a box that's square.
Oh yeah, you can do a rectangle, so you can go 3.5.
Yeah,
and it will move, and then you know which size square you need to work with, or size paper rather. Good. And then here's the other one. If you're doing the width, if you want like a taller,
a more narrow, or
there you go. Words are hard, y'all, during the holidays. And again, if you are crafting along with us, let us know if we're going too fast, or if you have any questions, let us know. Also use the hashtag Make It With Michaels, tag Fiskars, tag us. We always like to see all of your projects. Okay, and we're gonna start with our little base snowman board. So I'm working with the 12 by 12 piece of paper. Really easy, you don't have to cut it down or anything like that. It's already pre-cut for you. So I'm gonna set up my box maker here to 4 by 4. And again, you see, I need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. We're all good. And now we're just gonna kind of work in rhythm here and just follow the steps. So what you wanna do is slide your piece of paper here and line it up to the box with marking.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just pointing it out, not saying you were wrong.
And then you wanna give it a punch. Now we're going to take our little scoring stylus here, and they have 3 lines. You have to score it 3 times. So you just follow, there's a little indent here, if you want to show.
Oh yeah, right there.
So you're going to match your little scoring line here with the line there, and just lightly score it. You don't want to go too deep that you're ripping the paper. Sometimes we're using a cardstock here, but sometimes you can get a little excited and you can rip through your paper. And now I'm going to do the second scoring line here. And this is where that nice extension comes in for these larger boxes.
And this is great too, because what the scoring will do will help you make a really nice, precise fold.
Yes. And then we have our third scoring line right here. And this one doesn't go all the way down. It kind of stops right before it meets the other line there. So once you do that, the 4 steps, the punch and the 2 scoring lines, you're going to flip your paper, rotate your paper.
Yeah, the 3 scoring lines.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, 4 steps.
4 steps. Yeah.
Yeah. So the punch and then 3 scores. So you do.
Sorry, it's much easier for me to talk. Well, because I'm doing nothing.
Right. Judge my crafting skills here.
You know, and this might seem a little complicated. You might be thinking, how am I going to keep all this straight? But the great thing about this craft is it's really repetitive. So you're doing the same thing over and over and over. So it makes it really easy. This is one of those crafts that we always say are great around the holidays, specifically because you can turn on your favorite holiday movie and just get crafty.
Yes, now we did that. We're gonna rotate the paper again and do our same 4 steps. We're gonna punch and then score 3 times. Punch and then follow the indents here on the board. So sometimes it's a little tricky to find, especially with these larger ones. There we go. Can you even see it through the camera here? Okay.
Like slightly. You know, white's a tricky color to get on camera.
And then our third over here. And we have one more side to do. So again, just rotate the paper and we're going to do our 4 steps. We're going to punch and then score 3 times. And I love this because it really does seem like magic. You know, you kind of, you're like, is this gonna work? Like, how is this happening? And for some reason, it works. It just happens. All right. So now I'm gonna flip it. Now I'm gonna flip it. And we want to add the punch marks, the same thing, just to the sides. So we flipped it and we're just doing the punching along the box here.
Because what you're looking for is to have 2 punches on each side of the paper. So as you can see, we have 2 on the top. So you just want to continue that.
So we did that and we're just going to rotate.
You know,
so again, I did turn my box over and now I'm just doing these additional punches here.
Sensei, I can't wait to try this with my daughter. I think this would be such a great craft to do with kids. Especially, you know, kids who are maybe a little older. Like we have a 9-year-old niece who I think would really love doing this. Our 11-year-old nephew, I think, would have a great time doing this. It's just a lot of fun.
Yes. Now that we have all our punches and our scoring lines done, and you can even check, you kind of get to see and familiar where the scoring lines need to be and all of that.
That's really good.
Now we need to do our claps. So we're going to work with the back punch here. This is the lock punch. And this is, you have 2 options here. You have one with the scoring line, little lock punch, or you have a corner punch if you just want like a rounded edge. I like to do all of my punches with the lock punch. just because I don't know, just because it's, yeah, that's just how I like to do it, all right? And you see, it gives you that little
Look at
class.
that, and it cuts so well. It's like a very nice, it's a very satisfying punch, I would say.
How about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Now that takes me back.
All right. Okay, so we're almost there. So that is it. That is it. So now we're gonna kind of fold up our box here. So I like to just kind of take my scoring lines and just fold everywhere there's a little scoring line, just because it will help the box come together more smoothly. You won't have any rips or tears or anything like that. It's almost like, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is kind of like a bakery box. Like when you go to like a local bakery and you get like cookies.
Or you go to like a pizza shop and you see like somebody in the back like making 100 boxes like very quickly.
Is everybody crafting for the holidays? Are you kind of past crafting? Are you doing cards? You know, I feel like crafting for the holidays is unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
No, a must.
Oh,
I feel like it's a must. Like you must be crafting for the holidays because that is the best time to craft. And actually, if you're joining today, we actually do these classes every month with Michaels and Fiskars. We'll be doing them in 2023. Can you believe it? And our first class in January is going to be all about small businesses and makers and content creators, kind of sharing a little bit about our story.
And answering questions that you might have. So if you want to come ask questions specifically or just hang out and chat, we would love that.
It's going to be an open forum, Q&A type style.
We're also going to talk about like our favorite Fiskars tools that we think really helps our small business.
All right, and that's it. Now we're going to lock our boxes here, and then we have 2 more boxes to make for our snowman.
You know, this would actually be really such a cute box for cookies.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's little cookies.
You know, just because I feel like sometimes if you want to give cookies to people, you can spend a lot of money on the packaging. You almost spend more than like on the gifts itself. While you finish that, I wanted to show, and then all the little remnants, it just comes out here. So it's really easy to clean.
Yes. So there it is. We got our first little box here. So this is the base of our snowman. Now we need to make 2 more.
Yes.
Please remind me, do you fold away from the score or into the score? I usually fold into the score.
I like to fold into the score too.
I also think when I work with this, I kind of let the box speak to me. It may sound crazy. That's also how I decorate my trees. Like if an ornament doesn't seem to want to go on the tree, I'm like, there must be a reason for this. So same thing with the paper. You kind of just get to see how the paper is working and shifting. So sometimes I'll try to lock, you know, a certain connection here on the base, but it will be like, oh, no, this needs to be the top of the box. But it almost kind of will tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, and if it seems like kind of difficult, it means something is wrong.
Yes.
You know?
All right, so we just finished the base. Now we're going to do...
I'm making Nordic stars to go along with the Christmas cards. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love that. Don't forget, anybody who's joining today, we do have, we're going to be giving away one of the board makers today.
Yes, and we're going to be giving away a paper cutter as well.
So I already cut my paper. So I'm going to be doing a 3x3 box for his midsection there, or their midsection, excuse me. So it kind of tells you, and you know, thank the Lord for these little notches. I do not understand math or numbers, but you just kind of eyeball it, 9 and 3 lines. And Fiskars has everything with these measurements and these grids, so it's really easy. So if you cannot do math or know numbers like I don't know, you can just do 9, 1, 2, 3, and then cut your piece of paper into a square. Okay, same deal here. We are going to go around
9 and 1, 2, 3
around the world.
Now, if you are starting off, I would say that starting with a smaller piece of paper for your first box might be a little easier. Would you agree with that, Dennis?
Yes, and look how cute this little box. This is like the Cindy Lou Who box.
Oh,
so cute, right?
I like the box maker, and the notches are great.
Yes, they are.
We agree. You know, Dennis, we were practicing last night. and Dennis made a box, and he had forgotten like one score line. And it actually is really easy, like once you're starting to fold it, to realize the line that you missed. So even if you just miss a step, don't fret.
Now I'm doubting. I'm like, wait, did I miss a line?
No, I mean, you're doing great.
I always like to check too. Sometimes this could slide, or if you bang into it or something, it's really good at staying in place, but my hands can be clumsy sometimes. Well, so I usually like to just double check. Okay, we're still in the right spot there.
Yeah. 3x3 box.
Is anybody crafting along with us using the box maker? Or sorry, the board maker, cutting boxes and folding?
Boxes and bows. I think someone just asked if they can make like a shallow box. I can't see the comments, but.
In the shallow.
Can you make a shallow rectangular box for gift cards and such? Correct. We've never tried a shallow box, but I think you could. I mean, the biggest box you can make is a 4x4. So you could definitely make it like a shallow 4x4, or even like I don't know if that's helpful.
I am not. Michael's did not have it in the store. Winnie, it's great. Michael's, you can order things online and have it delivered to the store in about 2 or 3 days. We do it all of the time because we are crazy crafters and always need more and more and more stuff. So we've used the order online and pick up in store feature that Michael's offers so many times. And, we even know our Michael's staff, so they know when we order something and they're like, uh-oh, here they come.
Here they come again.
But it really is a great feature. And I know a lot of stores are starting to roll out things like that. But I feel like Michael's was kind of ahead of their time, and they've been doing that for a while now, I think.
Yeah, and even if sometimes you can look for things online that you might not be able to find it on the floor, but it might be in the back because they're like, adding all their supplies in. And sometimes I'll look online and be like, oh, it says it has it. I'll do it for a pickup later that day, and it will be there, which is pretty cool too.
All right, so I did all of that. Now I'm going to do my lock punches here. And again, it's just about rotating. You kind of get into like a mindless rhythm where you're just kind of like, grooving with the paper here.
Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you.
So good. Someone talked about the scoring line. So yeah, so I like to fold into
the scoring lines. Okay.
Yes, right. So I scored that side, but I'm folding in.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I don't have any, but I sure want one now. Yes, I think they're so cool. This is, we have the, privilege and opportunity to work with Fiskars and Michaels, and sometimes we get these gadgets and our minds are blown. I never knew that they had this, and then since we got it, we've been using this nonstop. Even when we kind of forget like a little birthday or have a little housewarming something, and we're like, oh gosh, we don't have anything to wrap it. We don't have tissue paper.
I'm like, well, let me throw a box together.
I do like the cookie idea. Or, I think this is great. You can fill, like, we didn't fill the snowman with anything, but I think this would be such a little gift because A of all, it doubles as a decoration.
Yes.
But you can have little gifts in here, cash. I always say cash, gift cards to Michael's, candy, treats, craft supplies, whatever you think your friends would like, And you all want to stay tuned because I'm going to be showing how to make the bow, this little charming, adorable bow with the board maker here.
I think that's like a really great idea too. Like if you're someone who likes to give cash or a gift card, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it can feel a little impersonal. Really like
keep going.
Yeah, make one more. So now we're gonna make.
All right, I should have everyone say the steps with me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Kidding. All right, so this was a 2x2, right? Or no, what is this?
It's a 2x2.
Yes, okay, which is actually like a 6 and a 5 notches there. So this is the smallest of the square that you can make here. And I feel like sometimes you can figure out how you can make different sizes.
Yeah.
We actually saw a video of somebody making the bow, and they kind of suggest 3 sizes, but you can make so many more different sizes than just, the 3 that they, have. Oops, sorry.
But you know, if you want a gift to go a little over the top, or you just want it a little more personal, you can even see just by having some patterned paper. This is paper we found at Michael's. You know, it comes in those big packs. We love those. It really just takes it over the top. So simple and easy. If you put some money in that, some scratch offs, anything.
Oh, I love a scratch off.
So wonderful. Even just some chocolates. You know, you really don't have to spend a lot of money to make a thoughtful gift. Spend it on yourself and buy the gifting board, and then give everyone just some Hershey kisses.
Now, I'm kind of rushing. You see, I'm kind of mixing up my lines here and stuff like that, but it's all very forgiving. And
feels the pressure.
I know, I'm like sweating over here, people.
No, you're doing great. But the good thing about if you do overscore, that's going to actually be folded in, so you won't even see it.
Slow down, you're moving too fast.
It almost has, when you finish scoring, it almost kind of looks like a quilt.
Oh.
Like a pattern, you know, when you're done. No? Okay.
No comment.
He's like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Have some more coffee, uh-huh.
There's never enough coffee to get through the days. All right, so I punched. I did all of my markings.
It kind of look like a quilt, right, everyone?
Yes, all right.
But, you know, it looks like a
quilt. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do these extra punches here just to make our corners look nice and clean and short.
Oh, I think I'm having trouble reading the comments, but you can go back. But someone said, I think Tina said they want to have their kids want to draw on the paper.
Oh, that's cute.
And do it. I think that is so thoughtful. How cute would that be?
All right, so we did that. And then I like to flip it again to do my little lock punches here. Sorry, I'm a shorty and I'm kind of like standing
on a tall
far from the table. So I'm like reaching over to get this done.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, should we go into the bow, or you want to start embellishing this? Or
maybe start embellishing, we'll come back because it's been a lot of gift boarding.
Okay, yes.
People want to see more. Even though I'm kind of like, it's very mesmerizing.
Well, that's because you're not doing anything.
Yes. But even just like
I'm working up a sweat here, and he's like, oh, that looks good. Classic Andrew.
Yeah, that's my work style right there.
I do think like so much about crafting, especially for the holidays. We always like to say it's not about the end product. It's kind of about the journey and kind of the process and the togetherness. You know, we're going to be crafting with our niece and nephews for the holidays in a little bit. Utterly charming. Look how cute.
Utterly charming.
That's our little snow person head.
Oh my gosh, how adorable is this? Okay, so now we're going to start embellishing. So really, you could do anything to embellish. I don't need to tell you that. You know that already. But we strolled the halls. I almost said the halls, the aisles of Michael's, and we found like things that we thought were like super, super cute. So we're going to be using Pom-Poms for the eyes. We're going to use, actually, we found this really cute carrot at Michael's. Ooh, here it is. We're going to use this for the nose. So I'm going to start with the head first, and then I'm going to move to the body next. Now, for this, I'm actually not going to put the top as the top. I'm actually going to put it like this. And the reason I'm doing that is I just feel like I liked how it looked a little better just because it didn't have these lines. And plus, I want it to be really easy to open. So I thought I would kind of almost do like reverse. So this is going to be the back side of the box, and this is going to be the front side of the box. But you could do anything you want. Now, I would recommend when you're adding your stuff to use craft glue. I like to use craft glue and a paintbrush, like a really detailed paintbrush, just so you can get it really, especially when you're working with things this teeny. But for today, I'm going to be using a glue gun. And the reason I'm doing that is just so it can adhere nice and quickly. But when we made it originally, we just used some craft glue. It worked great. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my nose in. I like to start from the center.
You want and tap?
Actually, this has like a little stem to it. I'm just going to push it in. Or actually, yeah, I'll use the tack. Dennis is like, use the tack.
That's like one of my crafty tips, is to have a tack on hand when you need to make small punctures or kind of what Andrew's doing here. It just helps.
That's true. And then you're not like breaking the paper more.
Yes.
All right. Oh my gosh. I mean, already, isn't that freaking adorable? So I'm actually going to put just a little bit of hot glue on the end.
Oh, Kathy said, I think this Fiskars gifting board could be used to make explosion boxes. Couldn't it be?
Ooh.
Couldn't it? Like, I guess you open it and there's like a little...
like pop of confetti and stuff.
Yeah.
They do open up like that. That would be really cool. All right, now that I've done the nose, I'm going to add the eyes.
And again, if you miss anything in this class, or you want to revisit the class for whatever reason, or when you get your gifting board and you want to go over the steps, this will be posted on Michael's YouTube channel in about 2 days. We also have a blog post with all of the links to the products at Michael's, all of our Fiskar products. That's up already live on our blog. And of course, we ask that you follow us across social media, Crafty Lumberjacks. And of course, Fiskars and Michael's. They are always pumping out great content, have some great creators that are making all of the time.
Always a good follow for sure, because we're always looking for inspiration.
Pam loved the tack hack.
Pam, I'm so
glad you loved the tack hack.
Oh my gosh. Actually, as I'm doing this, I was expecting the glue gun to be a little messier than it is, but if you use a teeny little glue gun like this, it's actually working really, really well. So if you don't want to use craft glue, I'd say just carefully use a glue gun for sure.
I just love, like, can you imagine like just walking into somebody's home with this? And you're like, hello, here you go. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Especially if you're going for to a party, and people are bringing gifts, and they're all going to bring like a bottle of wine, which is always fine and great. But like if you really want to like go over the top, bring it in, and people are gonna be like, what?
Oh, I just thought that for all you adult crafters there, putting like little nips in here.
Oh, that would
be so good.
Those little like teeny bottles of booze. I made his smile a little crooked. Crafting on camera never goes as well, but I kind of like it. There's something about like an imperfect snowman that just brings back all the feels. Am I right, or am I just telling myself that?
Whatever you got to do to get through.
Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the body. So I'm going to add
Oh yes, Tiffany, we always forget this. Tiffany said, if you prefer to protect your surfaces from a hot glue gun, you can find the Fiskars silicone mat at michaels.com. Yes, and actually we need to bring this out more, because we actually use our silicone mat all of the time. Mm-hmm. And you can paint on it and you can glue on it and everything just washes or peels right off.
I love that.
That snowman had a little nip.
All right, so now I'm going to be using, we actually found these little cute peppermint stickers. That's going to be for the buttons. And then I'm going to do the arms.
Great.
How cute is this? And I'm going to, we didn't do this for this one, but I'm actually going to keep all of the clasps to the back. That way, when we glue it, sometimes as I craft the second time, I'm like, oh, no, that's a smart idea. That way, you can open it from the back without disturbing anything. So I'm going to want them to go the same way. So I'm going to...
That's a good idea. I like that.
Sometimes...
So then it could kind of stay intact. You don't have to kind of because we actually glued this together, but you could just use a glue dot, to kind of keep everything together and then have your friends open it. But I like this, the little...
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's adorable already. Okay, so now it's time for the pipe cleaners. Now I'm using 2 pipe cleaners for this. I'm going to cut one in half. And I'm using these power cut shears that can cut through so much. I love these, but everything about Fiskars scissors is you can really use any pair of Fiskars scissors to do basically anything. And I'm going to do the tack hack. Do you have the tack, Dennis?
I do.
The tack hack. And I'm just gonna just puncture it on one side and do the same on the other. And then I'm gonna feed the pipe cleaner through. You know, and you could use a
Kathy
pipe
said
cleaner.
this would make a great packaging for hostess gift for a holiday party. Oh my word. You two are giving me so many ideas. Love that. That's what we're here for. And I was going to say, Andrew, careful what you say, because we know people who have, you know, certain fabric scissors for only fabric. And if you use those fabric scissors, your days are numbered.
That's true. I was having a hard time finding it. There we go. How cute is that already? Now you could totally use a real branch if you wanted to. It does not have to be a pipe cleaner. Something all natural, or even no arms would just be totally fine. And I'm just pushing it through. There we go.
That was my mom was actually a quilter, and she had like all her scissors, and she had Fiskars too. That brand has been around for so long, the OG orange handles. She had all her scissors labeled with like threatening messages. If her kids touched her fabric scissors, oh.
I know, we actually just found one of those, right?
Yes.
That was so funny.
With like a little sticker on it, and she's like, put these back.
So I'm just taking a little I just cut another piece of pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to wrap it around. Let's see. Do I want to? I'm just going to do it like this. Wrap it around. You know, this reminds me of those reindeer. Did you ever make those reindeer? I'm sure everyone made those reindeer.
Oh, like
right? The peppermint reindeer.
Yes, candy cane
the
reindeers.
Candy cane reindeers. Come on, those are so.
That's a classic.
So I'm just taking this and I'm just wrapping one side. And then you can really kind of bend it how you want it to look like a nice twig.
So cute.
Okay, and then of course we found all these cute miniatures at Michael's. So we were like, he needs to hold a candy cane or something. I mean, he doesn't need to, but I mean, how cute if he does. So I'm just gonna wrap this one just like that, like he's holding it. Now, if you really wanted to go over the top, you could open it up and glue it just so they don't wobble, but I actually really don't mind the wobble. So I'm going to keep it. And there we go. Now, to take it over the top, what I'm going to do, because I was kind of, when we were making this originally, this wasn't our intention, but I was like, I feel like it just needs like a little sparkle. And of course, you could use glitter paper for this, but I thought if we just took a little bit of some glitter paint and sloppily paint it on, what I like to think is just adding a little bit in some areas. Oh, let's see. So I'm just taking a little. This is some chunky glitter that's nice and see-through. So all you're going to see is the glitter. And I'm taking an old brush. Sometimes these old brushes are my favorite because I can really pounce on them and it always comes out looking nice and I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna really push onto this. And then I'm just going to, I'm almost thinking I'm gonna do, let me start with the base. I'm just gonna almost do like one side. Let me see, I want this to match. Let me see, okay, great. So I'm almost gonna do like a swoop. You can do this however you want, but I don't think it's necessary to cover the whole box. I actually think it's more effective to just do a certain area. So I'm gonna just kind of paint like a swoop. And this is some chunky glitter. It's almost like, it almost feels like a glue. So that's, I also like using this brush, but can you see that? Look at that, I love that. It just adds a bit of texture. It also just helps, because the box is so white and flat, it just helps, you know, take it over the top. I'm gonna do it over here too. Yeah, maybe if I was doing this again, I would maybe wait for the buttons, but I don't really think it matters. I'm gonna do the same side. Maybe I'll just add a little more in this corner up here. It's a frosty little one. Yeah, I'll even put some on the top. Why not? There we go.
Is everybody finished with their holiday shopping?
We haven't even started our holiday
We
shopping.
haven't even started. The time is
Classic,
flying by here.
classic. And then I'm just gonna put some
almost
around.
No.
And again, you could do this first if you really wanted to. I don't think it really matters. I think what the great thing about this is that you really don't need a lot. You're just gonna catch that shine every once in a while when you look at it, and it's just gonna add a nice amount of texture.
Oh my God, everybody says they're behind Doing a little here and there, done a little, no, barely started.
Right.
Well, you know, I gotta say, the gifting board is a great gift for makers.
That's
if you know someone who has a small business or just likes kind of, you know, contraptions, I think this is it.
I think it's a really fun gift to give to somebody because there's a lot you can do with it, and not just around the holidays, like all time, like all around. Should I just glue this? You think?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna glue.
What was that?
I don't know. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of glue to the bottom.
Boss Queen EJ, we give donations to charities for adults. The children get presents, and we have those already for this year. Oh, I love that.
That's very thoughtful. There we go. And now I'm just gonna glue the head. Oh my gosh, it's looking so cute already. Let's see, do I like it?
Now we have a mini you and a mini me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So cute. We have to give him his little bow.
Yes, Dennis, are you gonna make the bow?
Yes. Do you want to do the hat first or?
Sure. I'll make the hat really quickly. So what we're gonna do for the hat
Well, you don't have to do it quickly, but
oh, okay. Well,
I'm definitely adding the gifting board to my wish list. I have several separate items that can do this work, but would be so much more efficient for me. Yes.
we're gonna make this really cute hat. As you can see, this looks so cute.
Oh, I just
as
thought
is.
like jewelry. If you make your own jewelry,
Oh yeah.
how cute would that
would
be
be so
like in
cute.
these boxes?
I don't really think this needs a hat, but it doesn't not need a hat. I mean, that's adorable. So to make the hat, it's really easy.
Yeah.
All you have to do is use
we're creating like a party cone hat.
Yes, and actually, this is a scrap piece of paper. Or a scrap piece of felt. So I'm actually just going to trim this. But what you want to do is basically, like Dennis said, make almost like a cone shape. So we're using our Fiskars fabric scissors, which we really don't use for anything else.
Yes, and we're gonna give this away too, right?
The fabric scissors, yes.
I think we should.
I think we should too.
Everybody's been on their best behavior. They're all on the nice list.
Ah.
So we should add it.
You know what? I'm going to trim this down a bit. What I love about these floppy winter hats is that it's really easy to kind of manipulate. It does not need to be perfect. If you've tried to make a cone before, it can be really annoying. Sometimes you want to like download a template or something like that. No need. Just cut it almost like a pizza slice.
Yes, with like a rounded edge on the bottom there.
Okay, and then I'm going to add a line of glue to seal them together. I do think a glue gun works best for this.
Yeah, because you need it to like adhere quickly.
Yeah.
We do this all the time. We make a lot of different gnomes and stuff like that. Tiffany just shared the link to the orange handled scissors at Michael's.
Oops. Of course, I got glue all over my fingers today. There we go. Let me see. Is it so big? No, it looks so cute. Look at that. It looks like a little gnome. That's adorable. Oh. Okay, so now, sorry. Now we're gonna cut the fur. Now we found this fur at Michael's. They have like all different kinds. They have rainbow, they have black, they have brown, really inexpensive. What we're going to do is,
but our tip,
yes, is turn the fur over.
Upside down. Yes, you want to cut it whenever you're working with this. You want to cut it upside down. It's going to eliminate a lot of those like fur string flyaways.
Yes.
You know, and we just found it's an easier way to do it.
Now, it will be a little messy, let's just be honest. But this will really eliminate a lot of
the mess.
A lot of the mess.
And you're just cutting like a half an inch, a little over a half an inch of.
Yeah. Look at that. Actually, there's really not that much mess.
Wow.
Go me.
A lot of tips here you're getting here, folks.
All
the
right.
hack tack. The hack. Wait.
The tack hack.
The tack hack.
There you go.
The fur hack.
Oh my gosh, so many. There we go. So now I'm just going to glue this along the edge. I feel like the Grinch, you know, like that.
Yeah, it's like he's sewing like his little costume.
I like to go a little at a time, just so I don't have to feel too rushed.
And again, everybody, if you are making this project, we would love to see it. Our DMs are always open. We love to see your craft projects, if they're this or if there's something else. And again, this will be on the Michael's YouTube channel. It's on our blog already. Always use the hashtag Make It With Michaels. Tag Fiskars, tag us, Crafty Lumberjacks. This way we can see what you're making. And especially if you make something that we've inspired, all the better. That makes our day.
Yes, it really does. All right, I'm going to glue these together, and then I'm just going to put a little piece right on the top. It's not necessary, but it does complete the look.
Oh, you could use green paper to make a Grinch snowman.
Oh,
I love that. Yes. Mary said, I think my current favorite Fiskars tools is the titanium non-stick scissors.
Oh,
yes, we have a few pairs of those. We love them. They have the darker blades, right? They're a black or like a, well, I guess titanium.
Yeah, the black kind of like represents that they're non-stick, right?
Yes.
Which is great.
Those are
then
so good.
All right, so now I'm just going to put this. I'm going to say I might have cut this for a little too thick. It might just look huge on this snowman, but that's okay.
No, that's so cute.
And then what I like to do is I like to fold it down.
Yes, Winnie said, love Fiskars scissors, the only band. I'm sorry, I cannot speak today. The only brand I buy.
And I'm just going to glue it so it just has a natural bend.
Don't forget, we are going to be doing a giveaway today at the end of the class. It's only open for viewers watching with us live.
Right now.
We are going to ask a little trivia question, and then we're going to ask you to send the answers to us, whether it be email or through our social media. Then once we gather up all of the answers, we will pick a winner at random.
A winner at
Andrew's
random.
making
I'm
fun
sorry.
of me because he cannot speak.
Oh my gosh.
That is so cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, they do need a little bow.
They do need a little bow, but let's just focus on how cute this little hat is right now. I did a great job, didn't I?
I still use my Fiskars yellow handle for fabric. I bought these many, many years ago.
Oh. Okay.
So cute.
You ready for a bow, Dennis?
I'm ready for the
I'm
bow.
done.
Okay, you're done. You're not going to glue the hat or anything?
Oh, will you glue for me?
Sure. You get 20 minutes with Andrew, and that's it. I'm just going to do a little glue on the sides here. I do love this opening in the back. That's really smart. I mean, so cute. Very Mean Girls. If you know, you know.
Very cute.
So cute. Okay, so now we are going to show the bow for our last little step here. And I did want to show one little hack with the board maker. Now, whenever you're putting away your scoring stylus, you want to make sure that this part with the little markings is up. You can put it in the little side pocket here anyway. It will fit anyway, but it'll be much easier. And they've kind of made it that way. If you have the little, what do you call it? Indent, that it goes in like that. So this way it's easier to grab. If you don't do it that way, it's going to be a little trickier. You might need a little plier or something. Yeah. So just try to remember as you're putting that away to make sure that that line is on the top.
I love that they have this feature of the stylus in here because, you know, when you have something and you need an extra tool, but there's nowhere to put it, you might lose it. I love that just because, you know, you can't lose it. It has its place.
We're going to make the little plaid bow here. So now, again, the box maker board, gifting board set comes with this little guide here. So this is like the envelope guide. So depending on your size of your card and all that, you can kind of move this up and down to see the size that you need for your envelopes. But here on the back, they have the bow guide. So we are going to make a 1 by 10 inch bow. So they have 3 different sizes here. Again, like I said, I think you can come up with more, but they start you with the 3. So here we're going to go 1 by 10. So I need a 1 by 10 piece of paper. I'm going to use the cutting thing. Is this 10 inches here? So again, I love this because everything is marked.
Very easy to use.
Again, I'm great at creativity and acting and singing and dancing and crafting, but math, no, cannot do it. But I don't need to because it's all here. So that's 1 by
10.
10.
Did you do 10 or is it?
So that's 1 inch, really easy. And then this is the 10.
Oh, okay, great.
So again, just line it up. Make sure your paper is flush to the edge here. And just give it a chop. All right, so the bow. Watch this magic happen, y'all.
Very, very fun.
All right, so we're using the guide here. So we did our paper 1 by 10, and now it says the ruler position 2. So what we're gonna do, we're going off of this ruler position right here, and we're gonna do a snip, snip, pull, pull. So we're gonna do that. This is the same thing we did with the box maker, if you remember, or making the box. So we're gonna do 2 punches on each side at the 2-inch mark, just like the little card told you to. So you do that on the end, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So 2, flip it to get both sides, and 2. Now we're gonna check our ruler position here again. So we have ruler position 5. So we're gonna do the same thing, the punch, but we're gonna go to 5. So we're doing the punches in the center position. Flip it. And it almost kind of looks like a little bow tie already. You can kind of see the shape coming together. And now to get those fancy edges here, they have a guide here. These lines here, you're gonna slide in the paper like so, like that, lining it up as straight as possible within the lines. And it's gonna give you a little cute tail marks. I mean, this thing, it wows me every time because I always think I'm wrong. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it worked. And that is it. So then once you have all your punches and your paper cut, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just fold the bow like so, like that. So it just comes together. So all I did was I pinched this part to the center part and then flipped it out.
Yes.
Yep. And now you can either use a glue dot or I'm going to use the glue dot gun just because we have it out here. Let me fix this so it looks cute.
I like the glue gun. I think it gives you an extra hold.
Yes. I'm just going to do a little in the center here. You all following along? I could do another bow if you need me to. And that's for Tiffany.
Yes.
Thank you.
You want me to do another bow? They're so easy. They're so cute.
Yeah, make another bow. Make another one.
Okay, and then I like to just kind of fluff up the center here. Do like that, and then how cute. We have little buttons that you can put in the center or a little sprig of greenery.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take this little peppermint pinwheel thing, put it in the center. I mean, so cute.
That is so cute. That really does just take it to the next level.
Yeah. And again, you can kind of manipulate so you get a little wider little thing there. Okay, so I'm going to do another bow really quickly. I'll do the same paper. So again, we're going with the 1 by 10.
Or sorry, 1 by 10. Oh.
Just because it's easiest. Okay. So here we go. We're going to cut our paper down to size. Again, we go off of the envelope guide here, which also has the bow guide. So you can make different sizes. I'm keeping it easy and going with the 1 by 10. So I'm going to cut my little piece of paper here down to 1 by 10, y'all. Line it up, make sure it's straight. There we go. And then 10. I love these things because we live in a small 1-bedroom apartment. So anytime where we don't have to have things sticking out or everything is kind of smaller and compact, and Fiskars does so well at making all of these little contraptions have little extra features that really just, they make it for us so that we can store this stuff in our tiny apartment. All right, so the bow maker, here you go, y'all. You're gonna see the magic. I mean, they're so cute. You can even make this like if you have kids. Like, how cute would this be? Good, like as a little bow in a kid's hair. Put a little clasp on the back. They have a little bow.
For sure. Like if you wanted to match like something perfectly for like a party.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's adorable.
All right, so again, always, I always say go back to the drawing board here, and you see your paper size. Your first kind of ruler position 1 is 2. Check together. So it just means line up the edges to the 2. And we're gonna punch, and then flip it and punch. So this is the ruler position 1 that you want to do on each side. So we're going to do the end side here now too. Same deal. 2.
Again, it's nice that it's really repetitive.
And 2. And then you want to go to your little guide here. And we have ruler position 5. So we just want to line up the edge of the bow to 5 inches there. And we punch, flip it, and punch. So make sure it's at the 5 mark. You can already see that you want it to be in line with that. That's it. And then to add the little tails, they have the lines here. You just line this up
as best you can.
Yep, they have the guide, which is actually perfect. It's an inch, so it's perfect for the size of the bow we are making. So cute. Oh my gosh, I can't take it. And it really is just kind of like the festive flourish for the boxes. I think it's just so charming.
I do too. I love this. I think it's, and that's great on just like any package.
So, and then again, you want to fold in to the center point. So like that. So you just fold in to the center port. Center. My gosh.
To the center port.
Y'all, you hear me struggling. I'm so sorry. Well, look how cute.
I mean, come on.
I'm gonna glue it.
Glue it.
And maybe I'll put a little candy cane in the center of this one.
He's going crazy.
I'm going all out here, folks. Making up for my lack of the English language today.
I mean, that is so cute.
Fix it, sorry. Make it perfect.
That's okay.
And then I like to just kind of, you know, put my finger in there to fluff these up a little.
Fluff it up.
You always gotta.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna glue the candy cane in the center. Do you think that'd be cute?
Oh yeah, that's adorable.
Mess this up a little.
But... You're on camera. It's like always hard. I actually don't mind it, especially when you have the candy cane in, because you see a little bit of the white. It looks good.
Okay. I mean,
that is very
cute.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Should you glue it on the snowman? Should we do this one?
This one with the bow. I mean the candy cane.
Yeah, I love that. Why not? Oh, come on.
I just love too, it's like, it's really easy, accessible craft materials. I mean, everybody has paper.
Yeah.
And paper is so inexpensive, and you can really kind of turn it into something really fabulous, which I think is so awesome.
Here, let me see. I'm gonna hold this over here so you can really see it. Oh, come on. Kind of looks like Albert Einstein with all that floof. That looks so cute. I mean, these two are just utterly charming. No matter what you put in these are just going to be just so magical. I love this. I think we'd actually just keep these for ourselves.
Well, obviously, we have no friends. Okay, so we can go forward on camera. We're going to do our question for the giveaway. Hello again. This is who's been chewing your ear off for the last hour. Again, for our giveaway today, we are giving the Fiskars board maker, which makes boxes, bows, and envelopes, which we didn't show today, but maybe we'll show in a future class.
Yes, we're also going to give the paper cutter and a pair of orange-handled fabric scissors.
Yeah, so what we ask you to do is send us your answers via craftylumberjacks@gmail.com or on any social media channel, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you have at Crafty Lumberjacks. You just have to send us your answer. We won't respond right away, and we will only ask for your address if you are a winner.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what else? And again, this is only open to residents here watching, joining the class today during this live class.
And people, I'm sorry, people who live in the United States. Did you say that? Yes. Just for shipping purposes. Okay, do you want to know the question? Another question?
Yeah.
Okay.
He picks the question.
What? Yeah, I fixed the question. I Google it. And you can Google the answer. You don't need to know this off the top of your head. What year was Frosty the Snowman written? What year was the song Frosty the Snowman written?
Yes. Thank you all so much for joining today's class. We hope to see you soon. Happy holidays. Have a great new year. Again, we have another class coming up in January.
We would love to see you there. We'll be doing another giveaway for sure.
Yes. And thank you so much, everybody. Happy holidays.
Bye, everyone.